Um, okay, hi everyone. This is not the live stream that you were dreaming of, but unfortunately there are technical issues. We tested this the other day and it worked, but now seems not to work again very well. So I'll go on, and Christian Eucalyx will join just with the audio. So probably, hopefully, you should be able to see him, but to listen to him what he says, but not to see the game, not to see his face. Oops. So. Well, let's start to comment, and Christian hopefully will jump in at some point. So,
okay. Again, hello everyone. Happy to comment on this game together with Francesco. I follow the game live, so I'm not sure if the stream has a delay of like 20-30 seconds. That would be very confusing because you are not seeing exactly what I'm seeing while I'm commenting.
Mm-hmm. Can someone listening to us write, is everything okay? Can you hear? Okay, just to start with the comments. So Quodlibet played opening, who was played in the past a few times. And I'm sure Csigeee was expecting something like this. It's not like a classic opening, I would say. I call it kind of elongated opening, but I don't know, I think different people have different names. The point is not to have the queen too close, like not having next to your first pack, so that you have more space to place to place your bugs. Let me think. How did the game go? Yeah, this way. So. Okay, I'm moving on the analysis board, but I don't see anyone writing a comment here, so I'm afraid it's not working very well. But everything...
Okay, Francesco, I just hear you clicking. I can't see anything what you're doing on your analysis board. So, just giving you feedback.
Ah, okay, you're watching the Facebook video.
Now I get what you're saying. No, I logged into board space, but maybe that makes sense.
No. I open one offline, offline board. There's the offline reviewer as well. That's why I'm using that one.
Okay. No, but are you saying that I should follow you on the Facebook live stream?
If you can, or otherwise just follow the game yourself on the room. And then even if you don't see the analysis...
If I would follow your live stream, then I probably would also see your analysis board, wouldn't I?
Yeah, but my analysis board... is offline, so I have this offline reviewer tool, so you can't see it. Unless I go... Oh, okay, I know what you see. Unless I go in a review room as well. But I think that would be a bit more... complicated. Let me try.
Let me try to follow you on Facebook.
But there is a 30-second delay there. But it's fine. Better than nothing.
Yeah, but that's what I was saying earlier. If I follow you on Facebook and you have a 30-second delay, I'm not sure how that actually works. Do I hear you 30 seconds delay? That wouldn't be possible.
No,
we are having a live call via WhatsApp.
Yeah, you hear me live. Just you see what I do. You see what I do a bit delayed, but it's fine. So
Okay.
I'll just give a quick comment until Christian jumps in. And okay, yeah, you can hear him quietly because unfortunately we are using not the best way to do it, but we are only using a video call, so it is in a video call, but I can't connect it to the software OBS. So yeah, unfortunately, this is what we can do for today.
Just to give you feedback again, Francesco, so I can't open Facebook. The app crashes, probably because it doesn't work well parallel to our WhatsApp call. So I'm following the game live.
Okay, fine, no worries. Just, yeah, give me feedback on the game, and they say they can hear you as well, quieter, but they can still hear you. So better than nothing.
Alright, so my quick analysis is, I think Csigeee, let's say, I'm not sure, how would you pronounce it? Csigeee?
I don't know. I don't know what that means, so let's improvise. Csigeee.
Okay, I just call him Csigeee for now. I think he had a good start, but I think he got a bit scared, and instead of really going hard on the attack and rushing in with his beetle, he decided to first play his pillbug. I mean, I was a bit distracted with our conversation, and then I switched to Facebook, which didn't happen. So I'm not really sure what happened between move, what was it, like 8 and 12. I missed that part.
Yeah.
But now I see the effect that the game has evolved to the degree that it seems a little bit more balanced, and Quodlibet has bounced back a bit, and
yeah, so what
now it's like a classic mid game.
So what happened is Quodlibet played an ant, and so to Csigeee to prevent his queen to get choked, basically, he played the pillbug. But this gives time to pin the beetle, so Black has a bit of breathing room, as Joe will call it, I think, or just a bit of one tempo to pin the beetle and place mosquito. And I always place another ant as well. So there is one space, the one northwest to the queen, the black queen, that could be taken by white now, can be filled by white, and then it will prevent completely black from playing a pillbug, right? From placing a pillbug.
Yeah, the problem I see with that is because they are both very good with their end game, and the only way to realize that would for Csigeee would be to sacrifice the end and filling a kill spot, and this end will then just be missing anyway. Quodlibet just pinned the end, so there is no free end now. But yeah, that's what happened, exactly what I expected. That so he sacrificed the end, but therefore he has now the second beetle on the board, which means he threatens.
Wasn't that better than to? So if I go back to, okay, sacrifice an ant. Okay. I see what you mean. So black is already okay. Seems like there's no.
I'm pretty surprised that Quodlibet hasn't brought out his pillbug. He's really kind of playing a dangerous game, because if he waits too long, he might not get it into a place where it's actually useful for him.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes we have seen him using his pillbug offensively, but in this case, I'm not so sure if that's really working.
I agree, but at the same time, Black has the ant game for the moment. Like, he has a couple of ants that can use to block to pin new attackers, and like white doesn't threaten to fill the kill spots too quickly. I think he can still play, like he can place a Bilbag like east to the Ladybug, and then move it to southwest, and that would be. Oh no, it's going for.
I think he can even delay it. Even if white advances, he has enough options, for example, to free or to release his mosquito. And the mosquito then can just go on it on the attack, for example.
Yeah, or jump.
So there's always the imminent threat of a counter attack.
Yeah, he could jump out and create some gates. Yeah, still. I mean, for counter attack, it seems a bit early, but I remember games of Quad against Judoka last year and 2 years ago in the final, and yeah, I mean, he defends. I'm very interested in this match because I think he's the most accurate defender, like defender players ever. And Csigeee, on the other hand, is very, very precise attacking. It's very accurate. So it's interesting.
So my prediction here is, because at the moment, I predict that Quodlibet can free all his bugs. His mosquito is already free, or his beetle, but he can free both, which means Csigeee would need to fill 4 kill spots. At the moment he has the end free, but that might be pinned soon. So he has 1 available attacker, which is the beetle, and then needs another 3 pieces, and he has 4 in reserve. And I think that's already pretty critical and difficult, because 2 of those reserve pieces are spiders, and it will be
hard
pretty difficult to bring them into the game that they can fill those what is it called, those half surrounded spots.
Yeah, and
I think Judoka calls it a hex trap.
Hex trap, yeah.
In this case, at the moment, it's even already a full circle. So they can only be filled either by the beetle or by the hopper.
That's very nice, yeah. And the point is, if white covers the queen, he can use the mosquito, and then the mosquito would go on top again, potentially. So cover 2 times. But I think black has more than one way to prevent a direct drop. So you can just move, you can see it, but I'll say you can just move the black ant 2 by 1 space and avoid the direct drop. So I think it's not that clear. As you said, there are no enough pieces. So what he went for instead is shifting to more control. So pinning the beetle.
I think that's a wise move, because if Csigeee is now too aggressive, he will run into just a counter.
Yeah, he can
First
fire back.
He gets pinned down, and after that, then Quodlibet has all the time in the world. So I think it's a wise move now to maybe not give him too much time, but not be like in an all-out offensive.
Yeah, and Csigeee is already is already like late on time. So
yeah, I mean, that's very critical. It's less than 5 minutes, and they have 12 minutes. I think it's actually good if he takes the time he needs.
Sure.
I think it gets uncomfortable once he would reach like +7, +8 minutes, because then Quodlibet would see that he has the chance to play on time and actively push a bit harder and play quicker.
Yeah. Let's see how he goes. I think he has a nice defensive ring, but also Quad doesn't have many pieces, has only 4 pieces in reserve, so it won't be like he cannot counterattack until white like attacks. I don't know how to say. Like,
Yeah.
if a white attacks early, then black has good chances to defend and counterattack. But if white is a bit more calm, then I don't know if there are many chances for black. I mean, it's still the game is at the beginning, but let's see.
I think the ring is exactly there. It's very well done, like defensively, but it also means the moment he would try to switch to the to an attack, then he would have to give up that ring, and then he is more prone to be overrun, or so he needs to keep it, which means he can't start his own fence.
Yeah, exactly. So white has like time to not time. There's like still has initiative. He can decide what to do next. Let's say how the game will go. But yeah, as soon as white makes a mistake, then black is in the best position to counterattack.
Yeah, actually, this is the game how I thought it would be between those two. That they both play on control, being kind of careful, always having some threats here and there, and just waiting for a weak move, which they can exploit.
Mm-hmm. Csigeee is also very just very precise in attack. So I would also expect that if he can find a good attack, he will go for it. But yeah, he probably believes there's no clear way, so just switch to control. I don't know anymore. I think my computer is overwhelmed, and the live page on Facebook is cracking. So I'm not sure it's working anymore. I mean, OBS says I'm live, but I'm not sure what Facebook says. Because
I would say the situation is pretty even at the moment. So Csigeee has 4 blocks in reserve versus 3 from Quodlibet, but therefore Quodlibet has 2 ends free, so a bit more mobility on the board, while Csigeee has a bit more in the backhand to just supply more blocks later on. So yeah, it looks like a pretty even situation, although it's a very asymmetrical position, of course.
Yeah. Yeah, curious to see what is the spider doing then. To pin the beetle, I guess, and free the ant, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean that's the obvious part. I'm a bit wondering why maybe it was planned, maybe not, that Quodlibet didn't take advantage of the synergy between the mosquito and the pillbug, that they are further away from each other. I think what I would try is after just pinning the beetle, that he jumps with his mosquito and gives up the ring, and instead puts like his mosquito in the central position, so it's next to his beetle, but also is next to his pillbug. Mm-hmm. That makes this mosquito very strong.
Yeah. So next to. Okay, the game went on. What happened? So he played the spider here. Okay, so yeah, white is withdrawing a bit of his pieces. What happened? Oh, he plays a grasshopper. Oh, see. So yeah, he can do that.
Yeah,
now.
That grasshopper, I mean, it has a lot of options because it can jump in almost any direction. But if it jumps to the west, it just creates a circle, which is certainly not to his advantage. It threatens, probably the idea is to replace the end pin at northeast, so the white end at the top, at the very north. That's the end, probably the grasshopper next to his queen is aiming for. So I think Quad plays his typical end game. He tries to have more mobility so that he can slowly try to squeeze Csigeee.
Yeah, I mean, there's no other way, I guess, if White doesn't play reckless strategy. Like, if it doesn't go for a full attack, then you have to wait and then slowly overcome. The thing is, now White has a free ant, and Black has one free ant, but it doesn't really count because it's spinning another ant. So what is it gonna do?
I think what's happened. No, hang on. My board is so small here. I didn't even see that his ant on the very left, in the very west, was pinned by the white grasshopper. I have to scroll here. I wonder if I can somehow minimize that chat box. Oh yeah, that worked. Yeah, but I had only 30% of my tablet screen with the actual game board filled, and now I see much more.
Okay. I'm trying still to understand if the streaming is working. It seems to be working, but like my Facebook page crashed, and I have to re-enter, but I cannot get into the page where I can set up things. I can only see myself as a spectator, so I don't know what's going on. But
that's concerning.
Yeah, but so well, we'll go on, and then we'll see at the end. I'm so sorry. Next time we'll find a way to do it. We're really close. It's just, I think my computer is a bit crap.
Okay, so now it's getting interesting. A Quad is starting an attack with his beetle.
Oh, I see now. What's happening? What's the last move? Oh, wait. Oh, so it's going. Okay.
Yeah, I just lost the connection for some seconds. So I'm not even sure how he got his beetle there.
He just moved it up to the grasshopper and then to the. Oh.
Okay, yeah.
What the?
I think this was a mistake because of course Csigeee tried to escape and get his queen out of harm's way, but he creates that awful, terrible long string, which means so many of his pieces are trapped, and he can now decide if he wants to have his end free. If he moves his end, then his queen is completely trapped. I think then he has no chance. Or he has to give up the mobility of his end and just keep, at least for now, mobile with his queen.
But at the same time, if Black tries to attack, he has to fill one of the two empty spaces, which means it will create a ring or will free another piece. So there's no also very clear way for Black. It seems better for Black, the situation, for sure.
I see the problem is the mobility issue with that long string. It's the ladybug, one end, then his spider, then the pillbug. They are all pinned.
Yeah.
While Quad is in the center, having a big blob, which offers much more options.
Yeah, I think now.
Because all his pieces are mobile.
Yeah, I think now he can just wait. Yeah, he can just. Yeah, he doesn't need to rush now. I think he forced White in a bad position, so now he can just use Ant 1 to pin the White Ant 2, for example, and then go a bit more slowly. But
I think it's a typical attrition game. You just squeeze and choke slowly, and then you get an end free, and then the other one just pins the end again, then you try to release something else, and it's always like a little bit back and forth before any of those two will really fully commit to something, when it becomes clear that one of the players can't really win. So so far they both have chances to win. That's the reason why I think Quodlibet. I think I see him a bit in the better position. But yeah, it's not clear yet.
What do you suggest the next move would be for black? I think. Yeah, I think just pinning this ant would work. The ant south.
Yeah, definitely.
And then.
But then the spider will just immediately pin the black ant.
Yeah, okay, but then now black has, well, okay, no, only white actually has a free white ant.
Yeah, I think this pin is just would be to reduce the options. I think both players strive for more clarity, which means they need to reduce each other's mobility until they can see a path to victory or how to defend. I think the issue for Quad is that his pillbug, it's in a kind of offense attack position, but I think it would be a bit safer for him if he gets his pillbug closer to his own queen. So again, if he would move his ladybug and then walk towards his mosquito with his pillbug, that would help in case, or he's just not expecting that he can be overrun. So he's not too worried about it.
So you meant just walking around the ladybug, just 1, 2, 3 moves?
No, I thought before he played his spider, the ladybug would get out of the way, and then there was the path clear for the pillbug to walk towards the mosquito.
Okay. I think it's still...
I think the mosquito is at the moment just in a defensive position in case the white beetle decides to go on top of the queen, that he immediately can counter that and cover it.
So rather than this move, if you're just moving the ladybug, but where? That's the point. Okay, just here maybe, or here. Here, I mean...
I can't see
what you're
doing when you say here.
So
but I suspect you mean like north of the beetle. No, north of the grasshopper.
Yeah, okay.
Next to the queen.
Next to the queen, or even a bit more north. But yeah, even there
I
will be fine.
I think he would try to stay as compact as he can.
Okay.
To always have the option to move one or the other piece.
Yeah,
to
okay.
Keep the opponent guessing.
Okay, but no, he didn't. He played. He placed the last spider. And white already played. So I took advantage of this move to pin the ant one, the black ant one. What's the idea behind the spider? I'm not sure I see it. Oops. I miss Christian. Sorry, guys. Let's call Christian again. Okay, this streaming is an adventure. Are you there?
Yes, I'm back. Somehow the call cut off.
I was saying this streaming is an adventure. As
It surely is.
Okay, so I was thinking, what's the point of that spider number 2 there? Creates this nice triangle. I think Joe gave a name to this shape as well. Well, I can't remember. You call it rack, maybe?
I think
A rock.
I think it's like a mystery spider. It's not really clear, but there's certainly the idea that it's next to the pillbug, so the pillbug can lift it over
Wherever.
fill either of the two spots. Probably a long-term plan, so to move the spider into a kill spot next to the white queen.
Yes.
He can't do it right now, but he probably will walk with his beetle on top of the white pillbug, and once that is done, the queen can't escape. And he also can't defend because both of his white beetles are far away, and his mosquito is trapped as well. So I think now Csigeee is realizing he has to attack, because if he waits, then he gets slowly choked, because he has no defense against the black beetle.
But does he have enough pieces? So if the white covers the queen, the mosquito is ready to cover back.
I don't think it's a question if he has enough pieces. He has to do it, because that forces Quad to defend, which means it eats up some or pins some pieces, which he then can't use for his own attack. So I think it's a wise choice, and it's only option to do right now. As I said, otherwise he will just wait until Quad starts attacking, and it gets worse and worse and worse for him. So it's probably better to start earlier with his attack, slowly, but so that he can force a response.
Yeah, I see what you mean. I wasn't reading, there were some comments by other members of our group, and someone was asking, but that was 6 minutes ago, why not using the pillbug to move the queen outside the curve? So I guess outside the ring at some point. I think the problem is that, as Christian said, they will leave a string of 3-4 pieces all pinned. So I think he preferred to keep it flexible, and he decided to leave the queen pinned and move the ant in the end. Sorry, I was just replying to the my computer is so slow, and he can't keep up with everything, so also the comments come up late. I need to buy a new computer. That's what I'm gonna do, and I will say it's for work, but then it's actually for streaming. It's not too bad, my laptop.
Yeah, I mean, I can see at the moment for Csigeee a way to attack, but it is very, very close. I'm not sure if he has the guts to really commit 100%. He could. I mean, he, for example, he doesn't have the liberty or like the luxury to go first onto the queen, because he knows he will be covered. He needs every piece to fill the kill spots. So but the good thing is, Quad's pillbug is a bit further away. It's just like a kind of proximity pillbug, which could lift out the grasshopper if necessary. If the grasshopper can't it could probably hop out by itself. So the pillbug is not really effective as a defender. But still, I can see that his grasshopper to the very west will be very soon pinned by Quodlibet's spider. So that grasshopper won't be available. He has that free end. He has his beetle, and then 2 potential kill spots will be vacated by Quodlibet, with the one with the mosquito, and of course also then the grasshopper. And those 2 can be filled with the 2 grasshoppers in the reserve. But it's so tight, there is no room for error. The moment one more piece is pinned, then it's over. Which also means Csigeee can't play his end at the very north, until the very end, because as soon as he does that, then Quad has another end free, which is able to potentially pin almost anything which is not in the center.
Yeah, I agree. So yeah, he needs to be very, 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 very precise, because black has enough defensive setup in place, and white doesn't have so many pieces, and he has to be precise because the ant, yeah, as you said, white ant 2 cannot free the ant, black ant 1 before the very last move. But black has first of all the mosquito, then the grasshopper can get out. So and as you said, yeah, the grasshopper at west is very likely to be pinned by the spider. So he could free the beetle, the second beetle, somehow, but to free that, he needs to spend another bug, right? So it still doesn't change much the situation. Maybe the beetle is a bit more flexible than a grasshopper, but but now it's Quad's move. Also Quad though is a bit, I wouldn't say paralyzed, but it could keep like marching forward.
I think he's just wary of that, to close the circle and to release potentially 2 or 3 bugs. That's of course what he doesn't want to. So he will go for a very slow attack, and I think it starts with covering the white pill bug.
Yeah, so let's say...
And from there he might bring in another, his last hopper, maybe from the other side, from the very east.
Yeah, this seems a
and
bit...
then slowly shift the blob in the center towards the white queen. He will need at least 2 pieces to defend. But then that means he has 3 pieces free in the center. He has the his beetle on top already, and he has 1 in reserve, which is potentially 5 bugs he can use to attack, and he needs only 4. So I would say, and like if I would try to calculate like an AI, he is in a better position than Csigeee, because he has like 1 bug more.
Yeah, but let's think. So let's assume black continues with his plan to covering the pill bug, right? What if white places a grasshopper northwest to the beetle, just trying to fill the kill spot southwest to the queen?
Hang on a second. Northwest to the beetle.
The beetle 2, white beetle 2. The beetle is on top,
okay,
right?
Yeah, I see it.
With the idea of getting there. Once he gets there, then black is forced to do something, right?
Yes, but I think he would try to stay as long as possible where he is. But yeah, obviously he would have to move, I think, the mosquito.
Right.
And the mosquito would probably... It doesn't have ant ability, so his mosquito can't pin the white ant at the very north. So that's a disadvantage.
Yeah, because I'm thinking, well, yeah, if black just keeps going and covers the white pill bug, then after the grasshopper get into that space, then yeah, the mosquito, it could get out like a ladybug, so like pin the ant northwest to the black queen, for example. But now white.
That was my idea.
But now white is free to go with his beetle on top of the queen, and it's him. Yeah, black has to be very, very careful.
Yeah, I think the problem is that because Quad started already his own attack, now his second beetle is a bit further away. Otherwise, he could have moved back to reinforce his defense. So walk his beetle close back to his own queen.
Yeah,
but now it's like 3 moves away or 4. So what I'm thinking is, if the white mosquito would be forced to move out, it would jump like a ladybug and pin the end at the northwest of the black queen.
Yeah.
Just not to pin the actual queen, but to have, not to pin the white end, but to have the end ability. And then in the next move, pinning the white end at the very north.
Yeah.
Which eliminates one attack.
You can't see my analysis, but I'm going on trying to analyze that, and it seemed though still good for white, to be honest. Because once, even after, as you said, pins that ant, the white beetle goes covers the queen, and then it can then cover the the grasshopper as well. The grasshopper east.
Yeah, that's the risk, of course. I see, that's the problem, because then he needs potentially 1 bug less, and then it works out for him.
Yeah, and then at that point.
So I think,
Yeah, sorry. Go
on. The moment he starts attacking with his hopper, he's for the first time really in the position to put a lot of pressure on Quad.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's indeed Quad has been thinking for 6 minutes, so I think he's aware of this issue, and is thinking maybe going on with the beetle covering the pillbug is a bit too slow. He needs to figure out the defense sooner rather than later. Or maybe another thing would be, well, no, I don't know actually. I'm trying to think, maybe. So black needs to move out the mosquito somewhere, but at the same time being able to be a beetle potentially, to cover the beetle again. Maybe, or just, I don't know, or just in a position where the black grasshopper can get out. Maybe actually it's not.
I think the quick choice would be just to cover the white grasshopper at the very west with his spider, just because this grasshopper is too dangerous. Okay, it would release the black end, but yeah, this is exactly what he's considering, or what he has done now. It was kind of a no-brainer. The only thing is that now he leaves the white beetle exposed, which means it can be freed now easier by putting one of the new grasshoppers from the reserve next to the beetle, and then in the next move it would jump over, so he gets 2 beetles on top. But he goes straight for the jugular, for the next kill spot. I think he is trying to put first more pressure on, instead of saying, okay, why should I get a second beetle on top when I can immediately go for the kill?
Yeah, no, I think makes sense. And yeah, I don't see an easy way for black to defend. Another idea would be not using the black mosquito to get out, but maybe get out with a grasshopper. And if you could create another ring, so that, but I don't see any way. If you could create some sort of ring.
Yeah, I think now it's really to his disadvantage what I said earlier, that his pillbug is simply too far away from his queen, and he doesn't have the synergy effect together with the mosquito. That would allow him to lift pieces around in the surrounding of the mosquito or the pillbug into any position he needs to.
Yeah, and he has realized now that the beetle is too far. But I don't know what actually this beetle could do. It could create a gate. Maybe that's the only That's the only
Yeah, I think he's hoping that he still has time. He could actually potentially... No, that makes no sense.
I think he
I
wants...
think the next move by Csigeee would be the... What do you think? The grasshopper southeast or just east?
No, I think...
Will he use the kill spot to the right, at the top of the queen or at the bottom of the queen?
No, I think at the bottom. I think going southeast is the best option. What does black do afterwards?
Why?
I don't
Why
see...
would that be the better option?
Because then... I don't know, I'm trying to think. Why?
I mean, it was my intuitive guess as well, but now I'm just questioning what is the actual benefit.
Okay, what if this move happens? Because black can move the grasshopper away, and at the same time having the mosquito ready to recover the beetle in case it covers the queen. He decided to go for southeast, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, it was the more obvious choice, but it was an interesting thought. Why to do that?
Yeah.
So where do you think goes the mosquito now? Or will he move the mosquito? Or will he keep the mosquito and just jump out with the hopper? That would leave his queen an escape route, but I think the response would be then immediately that the white beetle covers the queen.
Yeah, I didn't think about
and
that.
It can't be recovered.
Yeah, it might actually work, because the point is, as soon as the space northeast to the black queen gets filled, then it creates a ring, and then the mosquito is able to go away and cover the beetle. So maybe it's not... it leaves a strip of bugs for black as well, but maybe it's useful.
I think what Csigeee has to do is, before he attacks, he needs to bring in his last hopper already in an attack position.
But if
because he will not have the time. Otherwise, black has one more move to defend, and to bring maybe the ladybug, for example, in a position where the ladybug potentially can pin the hopper as soon as it enters the game.
Another interesting thing is he could move the grasshopper. Oh, okay, no. He placed another grasshopper. Okay. But I thought he could move the grasshopper using the pillbug next to the white queen, like west to the white queen. So creates a ring, but there's no good way for white to break it. He could, but if he does, then the black queen is free to go. And I think there was...
I think white would just open the ring with the spider. The spider just pins the end at the north,
right.
which means then
the
white end is free.
Okay.
So I don't see a benefit of that ring for black.
Okay, but then the black queen can move. The benefit was like distracting white to move the queen outside.
That's true. So why a black would have had like one move for free basically in the meantime. White but I think it's too dangerous. Once white is on top of the queen, it also means that the beetle has the opportunity to fill any of the remaining 3 kill spots. I mean, the free kill spot, and then the other 2 kill spots which are currently occupied by black pieces.
I see.
And that just gives him too much opportunity.
Okay, I agree. I mean, I understand, yes. Yeah, and Csigeee doesn't have an obvious option now, like to attack. He can bring the last grasshopper in, yeah. I will say west to the white ant 3. So the ant just north to the queen, the black queen. But the thing is now, for any, yeah. Now and well, yeah, black. I don't know.
With that hex trap formed with Quad's third hopper, I think he's now in a very good defensive position again, because it's very hard to fill any spot without releasing the either the mosquito or the other hopper.
But,
so he can't. He will need all three pieces, but his white end at the moment is only semi-useful. Especially, I can see now if black would use his spider to move towards east, then he can also potentially create a hex trap there. I mean, of course, that was a forced move here, which means, I think it was a mistake by Csigeee to go on already there, because
I think he wants to do he can do a direct drop if he can recover, and then there is the space west to the black queen, which is buried there, that can be used to place a grasshopper.
Yeah. I was thinking before that that the spider could have created the hex trap, but now it's too late because the spider would now aim on his own kill spot.
Which? Oh, the black spider. Yeah, sure. Yeah, no, now. Well, but he didn't have time to do it. He had to respond somehow. He could have played the grasshopper outside somewhere. Oh no. So what did he play? Oh no, he didn't play.
So
wait, what happened?
Okay. So what you said, he recovers. He has a direct drop opportunity. Then to place his last hopper in the direct drop position, in the direct drop kill spot. And I think that Quad saw that right now, that this is not going anywhere. I thought he had already committed to that move, but he was just testing and not clicking done.
Oh yeah, I think.
Because at the moment that happens, then it's very hard to avoid that the white end fills the spot which is now occupied by the black mosquito.
Yeah.
And then he will probably...
But let's say...
It would still be not... I think it would still not enough for a Csigeee to win.
So let's say now he moves the grasshopper rather than covering again the beetle. Oh, he committed.
So he does that now. So let's say he recovers, and then because since the grasshopper to the east of the queen, the black queen, it's in a very good position. If either spot is filled,
So now the plan for white is 1 direct drop. Oh well, if he covers back the mosquito. 1 direct drop, 2 covering the grasshopper next to the queen.
Yeah, okay, that's exactly. He first needs to cover the grasshopper because otherwise he's running out of pieces, of course.
But if he does, then I think that's why he moved the black beetle a bit closer, because I think he can, once the mosquito
he will have enough time to come closer and cover again.
Yeah, or if it doesn't cover, then the grasshopper is free to go somewhere and can still defend. So maybe he can still actually defend.
But I think he will still try that, because what other options does he have now?
I mean, he still has 1 grasshopper, but again, if he doesn't cover the black grasshopper somehow, then he doesn't have enough pieces.
Yeah. No, but anyway, from his position right now, what would he do with the grasshopper? It's good to have it already in the kill spot, because even if he has only covered 5 of 6 kill spots, then it is always in threat. If Quad starts his own attack, then he can't just make a mistake or release a single piece, which potentially can then fill the last kill spot.
Yeah. And yeah.
So I think he can't also really use the grasshopper defensively. It doesn't look too effective. So I think the best idea is first fill the direct spot at the direct drop spot with a white grasshopper, and then just see what happens. And probably Quad will move towards the white mosquito with his beetle, which then leaves him with no good option to start his own attack. So we might even see a draw.
I think Csigeee playing white is very, 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 very hard to beat. Like, I mean, a lot of top players are hard to beat with white, but I think he's one of those super solid. It doesn't commit too much. It just plays enough well to keep black always in trap, but without overextending, without overcommitting. So counterattack is pretty complicated. Oh, okay. I see what. So
I can't really see what is the plan here. Why would he fill his own kill spot and basically make it harder for himself in terms of tempo? I mean,
the thing is,
the grasshopper was already in a good position.
But if there is a direct drop now, he can play the grasshopper now northwest to the ladybug, and create again like a pocket for the ladybug. So
I don't understand. Hang on a second.
So
I don't understand.
The black grasshopper, the black grasshopper 2, black grasshopper next to the west to the pillbug. Yeah, if that goes, just jumping over the ladybug, then the ladybug is free to move, and then white doesn't have enough pieces.
Yeah, but it also means if Csigeee doesn't fill the spot, then he keeps him hanging, because it's this pocket eats up a lot of material.
Okay, he went for the direct drop, but I think that's the only plan. Otherwise, because
I mean, it's probably for Quad is first preserve the draw and then see how he can attack, if at all.
Yeah, because
so probably you say now the black hopper will jump
over the
northeast
ladybug.
of the ladybug. Yeah.
Northwest.
Yeah. And then if the white ant would rush in, he could also free. Yeah, he could also jump out with that.
Ah, okay. Okay. No, he's playing another idea. Okay. But now the white mosquito can cover the black grasshopper.
Yeah, I don't understand. I think it was a I'm not sure. Was that a mistake? Why didn't he jump over with the hopper, as you said? Because then he had almost the guarantee. Unless the white mosquito would have immediately covered the
ladybug.
The ladybug. I think he didn't gain anything with that.
I think, yeah, you're right. If he covers the ladybug, then he still needs to use the beetle anyway. So I think he just prefers to have a ladybug free rather than a grasshopper. Like, he prefers white to cover the black grasshopper rather than the black ladybug, I think.
But now, why for me it looks like Csigeee has already won. Maybe I see something wrong. But if his mosquito now covers the grasshopper, maybe it will be covered again, but then he can cover again, or he doesn't need to cover. He can just sit with his second beetle still on the black queen. And then the next move, he just rushes in with his white ant, and then he's just finishing the game.
No. But now Quad can play the beetle, going southwest, and then White is either forced, like he has to do something. If White doesn't do anything, then Black covers the mosquito as well. Right?
Yeah, but okay.
If White moves the mosquito, then
he covers the grasshopper, and then Quad plays his beetle, walking towards the white mosquito.
Exactly, and then
threatening
White
to cover it the next move.
Yes. So then, if White covers the black beetle, it seems like a reasonable move. Then the grasshopper can get out. And then there are 3 kill spots.
Yeah, that's true. But if he does that, if I was Csigeee, I would definitely cover the black beetle, because that would definitely already guarantee him a draw.
Yeah, I think he will have to. Yeah.
And it would be a very good move to cover with his mosquito 2 pieces, like a grasshopper with a black beetle on top. That's a position you really would like to aim for in an end game.
I think, it becomes like a matter
because it's all about the material advantage.
Yeah.
And then he doesn't have much pieces free. He still has his spider and he has his pillbug. But yeah, that's not enough to really attack. And even if he would attack, it's at some point would form the ring, which would release 2 of the white pieces. So I think it looks already drawish if this scenario happens.
I agree. I don't think black. I think in the end it's all matter of Zuzwang. So who forced the other one to play a really bad move at some point?
Oh, hang on a second. I have another. I see something else. What about the spider in the south? Currently pinning the white beetle, because if that white spider would pin the black spider south of the pillbug, with the next move it can reach a kill spot, and it will. And it would take black 2 moves with the beetle to get the
ant free.
to get the black ant free, and that's already enough. So I think white needs to mobilize all pieces, which means I think he has, if he wants to win, he needs to play a bit more risky and actually activate the spider.
Oh, sorry, I'm just answering someone in the chat.
But there's actually, so far, I can't really see okay, there might be a defense. The moment the spider pins the black spider, then the white, the black grasshopper could jump all the way down and pin the white spider.
The black.
So the white spider currently pinning the black beetle. It moves 3 spots to the left, which means then it pins the black spider close to the black pillbug. But then black would respond and pin the white spider with one of the grasshoppers.
Mm-hmm. Okay, where we are now. Okay, Csigeee is still thinking. So the plan of using the white spider, as you said.
Yeah, but I think first he has to go and pin the black grasshopper. I think that's number 1. Mm-hmm. He needs to make sure that the material doesn't escape, because that would give Quad like a mobility advantage. So I think the first step would be to pin the grasshopper with the mosquito, then he gets covered again, or the black beetle from the north will slowly crawl towards the mosquito, and then he would start the attack with his spider.
Yeah.
But it's as long as there is a ring, I think that will only work. It will work. That's now a bit more complicated to explain. He would open the ring with his white end. The white end would just go one step up, one hex up, and pin the ladybug on the west side.
I see what you mean.
That means he Quad can't pin the white spider the moment it crawls towards the black spider.
Something like this.
Because the ring is open. And then once the white spider is in the kill spot, then he can move his white end back.
Also, notice that Quad was late 8 minutes on the clock, and now they are even.
Yeah, they are not playing on time. It's really every move is crucial here. And I think they're probably doing a lot of calculations ahead and ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think for Csigeee, I like that plan. So probably the first thing, when he starts with his white end, he doesn't even need to cover the black grasshopper with his mosquito immediately.
So just pin the ladybug?
I think he needs to go a step back and prepare a bit more for his final all-out assault. Because if he would fail, then it would be really bad, because the moment he moves the white spider away, in the long run, of course, he would release the black beetle and the black ant.
Yeah.
And that would be devastating. So it either works or it doesn't. And to calculate that in advance is a pretty tough task, but I think it might work.
Yeah, but you agree that...
Because I can't...
Sorry, go on.
Yeah, no, because I can't see how black can really defend, even if the black beetle would come closer to the mosquito, the white mosquito. The white mosquito can just sit there. And the moment the black beetle comes too close, it just covers it. So in the meantime, he can just prepare for his final attack.
So
yeah, so my prediction would be white ant pins the white ant close to the white mosquito, pins the black ladybug to the west. Just moving one hex up,
and then
whatever black does, unless of course I didn't take that in account, black might just move the spider away to the left.
And try to create another kind of gate or something.
Now the moment, not because of that, just to eliminate the risk that it gets pinned and then the white spider is aiming on the kill spot. So if the black spider goes to the left, the moment white would use the spider, it would create a ring.
Yeah.
And that wouldn't work then anymore. So
do you agree?
My plan was nice, but it's easily defendable the moment the black spider moves away.
But do you agree that white has basically a draw for sure? Like, I think he can.
Yes.
He can force a draw whenever, right?
I would still go for opening up the ring and pinning the ladybug, because it traps so many pieces. I mean, so many, 2, actually potentially 4. All 3 grasshoppers and the ladybug. And the only way for black to do something about it is basically putting something in the ring and pinning the advisable. Yeah, so I would say white has at least a draw.
Yeah, I would say so.
I won now, but of course, if white is in a better position, maybe there is a way to win. I would of course try to find something, because it's always frustrating when you think like you have the edge and the draw would be like not really a satisfying draw.
Yeah, I can imagine. But I mean, unless, as you said, he risks, he can. Yeah, I mean, with white, you would like to win, ideally, and then having a draw with black, I think, is already a good achievement for Quodlibet.
Yeah, I think white could just play for control. He could also pin the black spider to the very west with his grasshopper, just to make sure it doesn't go anywhere. And if the ring, for example, is opened with a white end and the black ladybug is pinned, there are not many options left. So black still has the beetle free, then the spider and the pillbug.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's luxurious. Okay, I take that back, because white also doesn't have too many pieces to pin. So I can't see that he can really squeeze quad in any way. Mm-hmm. Especially because the pillbug is so powerful, you need basically two pieces to pin it down effectively over a longer period of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he does. I mean, he didn't go one spot up. He went 2 spots up, but to open that ring, it's just the safest option.
Yeah, it doesn't change much.
And I think the reason why he went not to the very west but to the northwest is that in case somehow that ring is closed, his end is not in danger to be immediately pinned by a grasshopper.
Mm-mm. And he also,
unless he would drop his beetle, the beetle would be dropped in that kill spot in the middle of that ring, and I think it's unlikely. I don't think Quad would just sacrifice his beetle like that.
No. No, okay, for now. Okay, since there's no too big risk for black, well, for white for sure, and not even much for black. So white went back with an ant, and he has a draw in the pocket, probably.
Yeah, I think they will settle for a draw, because no one wants to risk like everything, and I can't even see with high risk how you would create something. Yeah. That would be really squeezing. How do you say that? Water out of stone.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think it's not necessary. I mean, you could play on time.
Yeah. So now Quad has moved the spider as predicted, just to prevent the potential attack from the white spider, aiming on one of the last kill spots. So I think they are both securing now their positions.
Yeah, I mean, even if white like lose time just moving his ant back and forth, like next to the ladybug, there's no way black can do anything. Also, black Quad said he has 10 minutes. So at some point I think they... Oh, by the way, I always had the chat here, which was useless. This is much better. Yeah, I mean, even if white goes back and forth, there's no way for black to force anything. he needs to keep the beetle close to his area. He needs to, he can just maybe move the spider back and forth. I think Csigeee might try to play on the Zugzwang somehow. So like, what does? Oh no, probably the beetle. I was thinking if this forced to move the beetle.
Yeah.
Maybe you can find the right time where the beetle is away, but actually you can just move between the grasshopper west and then back on the ladybug right, back and forth, and there's no. Yeah.
I think the Zugzwang will be very hard to achieve because potentially black has still 3 pieces free.
Mike Reddy says cover E grasshopper, then jump southwest 1 into the current gap. What do you mean? Which space? Spider move any way to make a ring, then possibly the northeast spider to free ant. So I said the white spider could still move and create the ring. True, but it will also free the black beetle. So it has to be carefully planned.
I think it's if it would create the ring and free an ant, that would be a different story. But I mean, it's very risky. You could play that, I guess, because the white spider would first pin the black ant at the very north, and then you have the ant again free. But at the same time, you have like the black beetle crawling first on top of the black ant, and then in the next move on top of the queen, having also an ant free. So probably the white ant would then pin the black ant, and what would be won then?
Yeah.
Nothing. Not really anything.
I think what Mike Reddy was suggesting is covering the grasshopper and then basically readjust the white grasshopper 2 into the space, I think northeast of the queen. But the problem is always that the black beetle can get close enough to cover the white mosquito. And then that means, I don't know, maybe there is a way. I'm thinking about it. If he covers the black grasshopper and the black beetle is basically forced. Well, not right now, because there are still 3 kill spots, but let's say he moves towards the white mosquito. White.
Francesco, is the game still going? Because my game seems to be frozen and it says limbo, and both players are shown in red. So I'm not sure if I got kicked out or if the game actually was suspended somehow.
Oh no, I think they say let's talk in the main room, but I don't know. I think they decide to continue another day. I missed the chat. Now that now that I got rid of the chat. They decide. Very complex game. I'm not sure what. I can't see the whole conversation. But I think they. They abandoned the room. And Quodlibet is saying, "Hope you and Eucalyx can be here on Sunday." I don't think I can be here on Sunday, unfortunately, but. Maybe Randy can cover the game. I think they decide to continue, I assume, otherwise they would have just draw, right?
I think it's like a 85% draw, of a chance of 85% that it will end in a draw.
I agree. I think, yeah, there's not much to do. But he played a move. He covered the black grasshopper. So he played that move, and I didn't see that. And then they froze. They stopped the game. Okay, so it was quite interesting. I'll go back.
So in terms of time, so they played 58 moves, which means 29 each, and they used 39 and 36 minutes. So they used an average more than a minute per move. That's pretty slow. But I think like the first half of the game was considerably faster. They really slowed down when they noticed it's not really about time anymore. It's just to make the perfect move every time.
I'm trying to I'll go quickly through the game again. Oh, you can't see it, but
yeah, no, I can't. But I can. Hang on a second. I can follow. If you tell me the move number, I can review with you.
Oh, okay. So I'm just looking at. Thanks, Mike. Mike is thanks us for the streaming. Hope you enjoyed, despite the technical issues. So I'm at move 24 now, and I think it's still
24.
Yes, and it's still I like black position. I think it's still good. Now he realized at move 30, no 29 or 30. Yeah, he realized that white needs to pin the black beetle, otherwise. There's no quick way to win. So he has to go for this lower game. And then, where do you think there might be an improvement? I didn't understand very well the mysterious spider at move 41.
Yeah, I think at move 29 or at move even before the mysterious spider, what I would have done is use the black ladybug and jumped over to northwest to the grasshopper, and then use the pillbug moving close out. Actually, no, not moving the pillbug, but moving the mosquito one spot up to be next to the pillbug.
So rather than placing a spider, the spider moved.
Yeah, instead of placing the spider, I just think like it would feel much safer to have like a defense of a mosquito, and the moment you have at least potentially the option to bring the pillbug next to the to your own queen, then you also threaten to move it out.
But black can't do that until white moves his grasshopper away, because every time black tries to get the pillbug closer to his mosquito, then he fills his own kill spot. So I
know. So
first
would basically move the mosquito, and then he would have to move away with his own beetle just to create to avoid that he creates like a winning position. But the moment he does that, then white would attack. Yeah, I see.
I think if you
look at difficult.
Move 36. If you go move 36, black move the beetle on top of the hive, right? So maybe here, rather than climbing up, as you said, moving the ladybug northwest to the black grasshopper, the grasshopper one, and in this way you can get closer. Move the mosquito into the gap.
I can't really see. I don't think any of the players has made a blunder, but from Quad's position, like one of the weakness is certainly, I think the pillbug didn't have a major role. I think it was a bit left. What is it called? Like left dead in the water.
Yeah.
It didn't really have much function. And the other thing is that the black beetle moved towards the white queen for attacking, but then later had to come basically back.
Yeah.
So
that was
I think Quad was a bit too overconfident, or maybe he just wanted to put a bit pressure on. That just didn't work out.
Also, Mike Reddy is suggesting when there is this nice ring, maybe moving the mosquito inside the ring, just inside. So that's
in which move are you?
34, I would say. Yeah, 34.
Okay, hang on. Let me go back.
So maybe.
Yeah, I'm with you.
So now, actually, yeah, that would maybe not like rearrange. Yeah, rather than moving the no, he's saying rather than moving the beetle. But I think also here is good. Now, when there is this nice ring with a hole, this flower with a hole, moving the mosquito inside the hole, and then.
That's what I mean. Then you would have already like the pillbug power. You never know when this comes in handy.
Yeah, and then it could also move the pillbug next to the black queen somehow, like warping.
Yes, exactly.
So rearranging a bit the pieces, taking advantage of the fact that white has spent a couple of moves to just get in control. But I think black could rearrange the pieces a bit better, and well, let's say
it's easier said than done. But why not placing the pillbug in the first place at a spot which doesn't require so much restructuring? That's complaining on a very high level, but I think black might have waited a bit too long to play the pillbug.
The thing is, there's not really time. So when is the time? Let's say move 16. Go back really early game. As soon as
hang on.
As soon as white plays ant and black plays a mosquito, right? And then it gets pinned. So either placing the pillbug right now. But I think
then he is behind in the end game.
I think Quodlibet's reasoning is until the very last move, before the queen gets choked, or before like I run out of like other kind of defenses, I'll keep the pillbug I keep the option to place the pillbug somewhere. But since I don't know exactly where, I can keep placing ants and try to even the ant game, and then only after some moves placing the pillbug.
I agree with that assessment, and I think it's a legit strategy to do so. But if you see how the game developed, it just didn't work out that well. So he didn't really benefit. I mean, you could say he benefited in the way that he at least secured a draw, but the pillbug didn't strike me as the match winner.
But
neither did the white pillbug.
Because imagine
it was just sitting there, and
imagine now like move 16, right? Rather than placing a mosquito, he plays the pillbug immediately, right? Maybe there in the same position. Then white can place a second ant, and now is very ahead in the ant game. So what's black is gonna do now? He needs to sacrifice a couple of pieces before getting a proper. I don't know. I'm afraid that white can decide how to attack with the last spider, or I don't know. I'm not sure. Yeah, maybe it's not too bad. I think it's just because I've lost many games placing the pillbug and then. But you're right.
I'm guilty of that as well. Placing it too soon, and then often, for example, the white mosquito rushes in and harasses the pillbug, and then you are just fighting to keep the pillbug next to your own queen.
But also
I think that was Quad's idea to prevent that by waiting longer.
But also you're right.
But as we figured out from move 34 on, the moment that nice ring is created, jumping in the middle with instead of placing the grasshopper in what Quad did in move number 35, it might have been a nice choice to jump into the ring with the mosquito instead, and then maybe lifting the pillbug over next to his own queen.
Yeah, I agree. There were at least a couple of options, 2 or 3 options during the game that could have. But I think he played quite well as black, like considering he's black. I think many other player with black would have like suffered immediately. And this opening.
I mean, what he did very well is that he stayed compact in the center, and Csigeee didn't manage to really tear him apart there, to drag the game so much out that more pieces were on a string. On the other hand, his own pieces, the white pieces, were on a string, which meant at the end he was lacking in material. Just barely, but enough to probably get to the potential future draw.
Yeah, I think this opening has some real advantages.
I really hate to play against it. I know it's defensively very well done. I can't even wrap my head around how it works. I mean, I see how it works, but actually I think it shouldn't work, because black is already not in the... Like, white is the aggressor as the start player.
Yeah, it seems
and
to,
black is basically delaying it and sacrificing more material. Why can't white take advantage of that?
I think white can take advantage if he goes more for control. But if he attacks straight away, black has good chances to defend and then counter-attack.
Yeah, and that's what Csigeee did. It's very inviting indeed.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think it was a strategy used against Judoka last year and 2 years ago. Like, he played this opening more than once. And yeah, I think at some point... I think he also confused white. You don't know what to do. If you should go attack, you should control. And if you miss, like, lose the thread, like, lose your plan, then at some point... black can get over. Come over and then... Okay, I think it was really fun, but we spent more than 1.5 hours, so I think,
wow.
I think it's time to...
Yeah, my LED lights died in the meantime, so it was good that I wasn't on video anyway.
I'm really sorry for that.
Just audio.
I'll try to fix that for next time, because it would be very fun to have you properly on the screen and for people watching.
I'm not so sure if that's a good idea, because it will be probably around the same time, and here it's almost 2 a.m. now, which means I really look super tired and not very pleasant to look at.
Anyway, for Sunday I can't watch, because I'm playing actually a tournament of the Mind Sports. I don't know if you know the Mind Sports Olympia, that event that was...
Yeah, of course. I mean, we all played the Hive tournament on board.
Right. I'm playing the Abalone tournament. I don't know if you know this game.
Yes, I mean, it's a classic, but I think the last time I played it was like 20 years ago.
Okay. So yeah, I don't think I will be able to stream. I hope Randy can maybe cover for this. Okay.
Yeah, that would be amazing. I mean, it's probably more interesting. Of course, I reckon they will analyze the game and realize, okay, we should go for a draw and then start fresh in game number 2.
I think so too. Okay, I guess you want to go to sleep. I'm going to...
Alright, thanks so much for hosting this event, Francesco.
You're
that was
welcome.
Really nice.
Thanks to you
for a good experience.
For being a guest. Sorry I couldn't show you, but hopefully they could hear you. Let's hope to improve next time. Have a good night. And bye everyone. see you for next streaming, hopefully. Bye bye.
All right, bye everyone.